For decades, Skinwalker Ranch has been a nexus of anomalies, an enigmatic intersection of natural science and the unknown, where geology, physics, and possibly even extraterrestrial technology seem to merge. Yet the deeper scientists dig, the clearer it becomes that this remote patch of Utah might not merely be a site of unexplained phenomena. Instead, it may be a node in a larger, possibly cosmic network, a focal point of forces and technologies that challenge the very foundations of human understanding. The latest investigations began with a simple yet profound objective to probe beneath the surface and understand the subterranean structures that have consistently defied explanation. Early magnetometry and ground-penetrating radar scans revealed what appeared to be a metallic tunnel beneath the area known as the Triangle, potentially connecting it to the mesa. When drilling commenced, the team encountered not only physical anomalies, but also electromagnetic phenomena that should not have existed. Voltage was measured between the drill bit and the ground, an impossible result under the known conditions. More startling still, GPS logs showed that the drilling rig had moved into the mesa despite never physically relocating. This convergence of anomalies, electrical, spatial, and geophysical, suggests that unknown forces may be at play, possibly involving interactions between buried conductive materials and the Earth's geomagnetic field. From a scientific standpoint, one possible explanation lies in the concept of localized geomagnetic anomalies. These occur when large quantities of ferromagnetic or conductive material become embedded within rock strata, creating distortions in the magnetic field and influencing electronic equipment. Yet the scale and precision of the interference observed at Skinwalker far exceed typical terrestrial examples. This leads to a more speculative but tantalizing possibility: the presence of an artificial electromagnetic field, perhaps the byproduct of ancient technology, buried deep beneath the surface, still operating or reacting to external stimuli. Simultaneously above the triangle, the skies themselves seem to respond. High-speed imaging recorded objects moving at velocities and trajectories inconsistent with conventional aircraft. Some traveled in perfect formation. Others executed maneuvers that defied inertia, accelerating abruptly or changing direction without visible propulsion. The correlation between these aerial phenomena and the subterranean anomalies is too consistent to dismiss as coincidence. It suggests a feedback loop, an interaction between whatever lies beneath the ground and what manifests above it. This dual-layered phenomenon evokes comparisons to theoretical constructs in physics, such as coupled field systems, where changes in one domain, for example, the subsurface, generate observable effects in another, for example, the atmosphere. One of the most compelling discoveries came during repeated GPR surveys of the mesa. The scans revealed a colossal dome-shaped object over 400 feet long embedded within the rock. Composed of materials similar to those used in spacecraft heat shields, the object resists all attempts to penetrate it, even under pressures exceeding 1,4,000 pounds. Traditional geological explanations fall short. No known natural process produces such uniform metallic structures within sedimentary formations. The implications are staggering. It could represent a remnant of advanced terrestrial engineering, a relic from a civilization predating recorded history, or something even more extraordinary, an artifact of extraterrestrial origin deliberately buried within the Earth's crust. The notion of non-terrestrial artifacts buried beneath planetary surfaces is not new to theoretical astrophysics. Concepts like the Bracewell probe hypothesize that advanced civilizations could deploy autonomous monitoring devices to observe emerging intelligent life across the cosmos. If such a device exists beneath the mesa, its material composition, electromagnetic properties, and apparent resilience would align with expectations for a long-term, self-sustaining observation platform. Its interaction with surrounding electromagnetic fields, and perhaps even with the planet's core dynamo, could explain some of the anomalous signals recorded in the area. Adding to the mystery, researchers detected a persistent 31 megahertz signal emanating from within the mesa, well outside the range of typical geological radio emissions. Even more intriguing, the signal appeared to exhibit characteristics of structured communication, including regular modulation and possible bidirectional exchange. These observations hint at the presence of active systems operating within the structure, perhaps even communicating with external devices or with something beyond Earth itself. If the signal is artificial, it could represent one of the most profound discoveries in human history, evidence that an intelligent system has been operating beneath our feet, possibly for millennia. The anomalies are not confined to the ground. In the air above the triangle, drones repeatedly lose GPS contact in a precise localized region, creating a data void that mirrors areas where UAPs have been observed. Such phenomena may indicate intense electromagnetic interference or more provocatively localized space-time distortions. According to general relativity, mass and energy can warp space-time, bending the paths of light and affecting the flow of time itself. While these effects are usually detectable only near massive celestial bodies, advanced technology could, in theory, replicate them on a smaller scale. Devices capable of manipulating space-time might produce both the navigational disruptions and the non-inertial motion exhibited by UAPs. The laser experiments conducted above the triangle provide additional clues. Beams fired into the sky showed unexpected changes in spectral composition, with green wavelengths intensifying and blue diminishing behavior inconsistent with known atmospheric interactions. Long exposure photographs captured voids in the laser beams appearing exclusively at about 100 feet above ground. Such selective interference suggests a material or field that interacts with light in highly specific ways, perhaps absorbing certain frequencies while allowing others to pass. This property aligns with research into metamaterials engineered substances capable of bending, filtering, or even cloaking electromagnetic radiation. If something above the triangle is manipulating laser light in this manner, it implies not only intelligence, but also technological sophistication far beyond current human capabilities. Further supporting this hypothesis, rockets launched through the anomalous zone consistently veered off-course tracing-shaped trajectories despite minimal wind interference. Such deflections suggest the presence of a field exerting force on physical objects, a field that might represent advanced propulsion technology or even a controlled distortion of space-time itself. In theoretical propulsion physics, concepts such as the Alcubierre warp bubble or the use of gravitational lensing to manipulate trajectories are often discussed as potential mechanisms for faster-than-light travel. While purely speculative, the observed phenomena at Skinwalker share striking similarities with these theoretical models. Perhaps the most enigmatic finding was a large boulder near the mesa that inexplicably emitted heat following one of the experiments, despite no known geological mechanism that could account for such a reaction. Moments later, UAPs were observed entering and exiting the mesa in the same vicinity. This sequence of events suggests that the rock may not be a simple geological feature, but part of a larger system, possibly a conduit for energy transfer or a gateway between different spatial domains. In advanced theoretical physics, the concept of brane worlds posits that multiple universes may coexist in higher dimensional space, separated by thin energetic membranes. Under certain conditions, energy or matter might pass between these membranes, a phenomenon that could manifest as sudden thermal anomalies or the appearance and disappearance of physical objects. Further evidence of unknown mechanisms emerged during analysis of drilling spoils which contained metallic flakes potentially originating from the dome structure or surrounding debris field. Isotopic analysis of such materials could provide definitive evidence of non-terrestrial origin, particularly if they exhibit isotopic ratios inconsistent with those found on Earth. In parallel, the repeated detection of structured radio signals and the appearance of UAPs exhibiting impossible flight dynamics reinforce the hypothesis that Skinwalker Ranch may be hosting interactions with advanced technologies, possibly extraterrestrial, interdimensional, or remnants of a long-forgotten epoch of terrestrial civilization. One of the most provocative interpretations of the data involves the idea of an artificial node embedded within the Earth, a nexus point designed to manipulate or observe electromagnetic, gravitational, and even biological systems. Such a construct could serve multiple purposes, monitoring planetary development, stabilizing environmental conditions, or even maintaining a form of communication network across vast cosmic distances. If this is the case, the Mesa might not be a passive repository of technology, but an active participant in a larger, possibly galactic system. From a cosmological perspective, Skinwalker Ranch could represent a microcosm of broader universal principles. Across the cosmos, we observe structures, pulsars, quasars, black holes that emit precise signals and manipulate energy in ways that suggest intentionality. Some physicists, such as Paul Davies and Freeman Dyson, have speculated that advanced civilizations might harness such cosmic phenomena as communication or energy distribution systems. If so, it is conceivable that Earth itself could host similar nodes, artificial constructs designed to interact with both planetary and cosmic systems. The implications of such a discovery are profound. If the anomalies at Skinwalker Ranch are indeed manifestations of non-human technology, they challenge the anthropocentric assumption that humanity is the pinnacle of intelligence on Earth, or even in its immediate vicinity. They suggest instead that Earth may be part of a larger cosmic ecosystem, one that includes actors and forces operating on scales far beyond human comprehension. Moreover, if such technology exists beneath the mesa, it raises existential questions about our species' place in the universe. Are we being observed, guided, protected? Or is this technology indifferent to us, its purpose unrelated to human concerns? As researchers prepare for the next phase, deploying more powerful drills, inserting advanced instruments into boreholes, and conducting high-resolution scans of the dome structure, the stakes could not be higher. The pursuit of knowledge at Skinwalker Ranch is no longer merely an investigation into local anomalies. It is a quest to understand whether humanity is alone, whether our planet hosts artifacts of intelligence beyond our own, and whether the boundaries between space-time and consciousness are far more porous than we ever imagined. In the end, Skinwalker Ranch may prove to be more than a site of unexplained phenomena. It could be a key, a Rosetta Stone for understanding humanity's place in the cosmos. Its mysteries hint at a universe that is far richer, more complex, and more interconnected than conventional science has dared to dream. The Mesa and the Triangle are not just geological features, they are gateways to a new paradigm, one that may one day redefine what it means to be human and what it means to inhabit a universe teeming with intelligence. Until that day arrives, the search continues, drill by drill, signal by signal, light beam by light beam, into the unknown depths beneath our feet and the infinite skies above.